It is a beautiful Monday afternoon in southern Colorado, and it's time to check back in with meteorologist Alan Rose, who's on his latest adventure. He joins us live from Garden of the Gods, where this week he's taken a SEGWAY tour of the park. Alan, it sounds like this was a lot of fun and a pretty interesting way to look at one of our favorites.
Well, Allison, as if you can't tell by my reaction, I'm hooping and hollering. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time out here. It's also educational too. Now, this wasn't my first time on a SEGWAY, but it was for my photog Ryan, and he did a great job. This right now is a great family-friendly activity, actually good for social distancing. Are you ready to check it out? Let's go. This week, our adventurers take us just down the road to the Garden of the Gods Visitor and Nature Center. At the Visitor Center, we connect with Adventures Out West to give their SEGWAY tour a try. The 90-minute tour covers 5.5 miles and offers unobstructed views of the park, all at a mellow pace, a top speed of about 12 miles per hour.
You got it. You didn't even shake.
It was a little bit.
Put your weight on your toes and lean forward to go.
Like most of our adventures, we start out with some training from our tour guide, Kevin. Learning to maneuver the SEGWAY isn't as hard as I thought, and Kevin gives us plenty of time to get comfortable before we hit the road.
The steering's reversed, just like driving a boat. Indians use this valley in front of us as their winter campsite for over 1,000 years.
The tour begins with a brief history lesson. The Utes, we find out, once called Pikes Peak Sunrise Mountain, because it was the first landmark that the sun kissed in the morning.
Gateway rocks, and South Gateway's the smaller.
From where we're standing, Kevin is quick to point out 3 of the 5 giant rocks in the park that we can see. Climbing aboard the SEGWAYs, we make our way along Juniper Way Loop to the main parking lot at the base of Kissing Camels. This is probably the most visited area in the park since it's just past the main entrance. Here, Kevin tells us how the park officially came to be in 1909, when it was donated by the Perkins family to the city of Colorado Springs. Next, he points out cool geological patterns found in the rocks. Some resemble kissing camels, others look like frogs, fish, and even native Ute Indians. We travel around the north end of the park, stopping along the way as Kevin continues to quench our thirst with nuggets of knowledge.
I smile every time I stop here, even on the 5th tour of the day in the pouring rain.
Taking a quick break at the Grand View Lookout with the gorgeous Central Garden right behind us. Kevin tells us the Central Garden was considered hallowed ground by the Utes, meaning that no war and no weapons were allowed here. The park today stretches to almost 1,500 acres and features stunning red rocks and some of the most gorgeous views anywhere. Beautiful views in every direction on this tour, like this one of Pikes Peak. Towards the end of the tour, we're starting to feel a little bit sore in our calves, feet, and our core. Kevin jokingly responds with a quip, saying that he calls it seg legs. Seeing Garden of the Gods this way is eye-opening and completely immersive from start to finish. As we wind our way back to the Visitor Center, I leave with a newfound appreciation of this geological wonder.
Alan, it certainly looks like you're in one piece. You're having a lot of fun here. Just tell us real quickly, is there something you want to go back and see again in this particular way here at Garden of the Gods?
You know, I felt like we were a little bit rushed because we were doing it for TV, maybe not getting the full tour experience, but Kevin just did such a good job explaining things, and anyone that's thought about it, I would highly recommend it. I mean, we've driven through here, we've walked through here being residents of the Pikes Peak region, but got to tell you, learned so much by just riding on the SEGWAY and soaking up all those nuggets of knowledge from Kevin.